Good day to you, Mom. We are presenting our report with my group members. Our title is Code of Conduct and Student Discipline. Mr. Ormo is report for summer session and Miss Albor and Campos is report for the graduation requirements. And Miss Abil is to the Miss and Mr. Corleon Pantogan and Miss Culano is report for the student of conduct. And Miss Arsenio is for reporting in dropping, suspension, and expulsion. And the last is offenses, is reporting to Mr. Mata, Mr. Babao, and Mr. Escramado. The summer session graduation requirements Mr. and Miss KNP, student of conduct, dropping, suspension, expulsion, and offense is the required to be followed to every student of KNP. We as a student of KNP have expecting of the curriculum and learning requirements that should schools provide, and schools are expecting also that student or we as a student following their rules, because this is our responsibility as usually laid out in the code of conduct that students are excited to follow through their educational career purposes. School discipline policy as with the student code of conduct is the way to discipline every student, especially the state of KNP, and this is why how important to follow the rules and regulation or the code of conduct of this school is, especially to pass and graduate, because if you cannot follow, you cannot pursue your dreams, and now we continue to Mr. Mo and so on.
Good day, ma'am. I am the first reporter, and today I will report the summer session. Here in summer session, number 1 is students are only allowed to take 9 academic units during summer session. Not 11, not 10, but only 9 units during summer session. Number 2, a student from other school may enroll provided he has a permit to study issued by the registrar of his school. If the students have no issued by his school in the registrar, he cannot enroll in the summer session here in KNP. And that's all, ma'am. And the next reporter will be Tisha and Campos. They will be reporting the graduation requirements. Thank you.
Graduation requirements. 1. Candidates for graduation are required to apply for evaluation of their academic records during the semester preceding their graduation so that deficiencies can be determined. 2. Graduating student can be only apply for graduation upon completion of all requirements of CHAD and those of KNP. These requirements are A. Passing grades in all subjects prescribed for a particular degree. B. Completion of an STP program for 2 semesters for 2 consecutive semesters. C. Submission of a research paper or its equivalent as required by the degree course taken. D. Attendance to LET review prescribed in the BS Ed, BS Criminology curriculum of the school. E. Completion of practicum requirements of the course program. F. For board courses, a memorandum of agreement between the school and a good review center is necessary for a better and best board result. G. Submission of a certificate of completion of community extension service. 3. Full payment of previous and present school financial obligation. 4. Graduating student who cannot fulfill the graduation requirements on the set of deadline cannot anymore march for graduation even if they are qualified. 5. Graduating students should attend pre-graduation activities rehearsal and the actual commencement exercise.
No promissory note is allowed. No student who has deficiency in any academic or non-academic requirements will be given permission to march during graduation. Ibig sabihin, kung ikaw ay may kakulangan academically related or non-academically related, hindi ka pa rin pahihintulutang makamarcha Ipalagay natin na hindi mo nabayaran ang iyong graduation fee. Kahit magpagawa o gumawa ng promissory note, still you're not allowed to march. Next, we have final examination. For graduating students, is scheduled 1 week before the regular exam schedule of non-graduating students. For graduating students, magpapaaga ng 1 linggo bago yung regular exam schedule ng mga hindi graduating students. Number 8, we have failing grades. Grades submitted to registrar's office are final. So, if a student has a failing grades, means he/she has no permission to join graduation rites. Number 9, we have terminal requirements for graduation. The education program first required individual or group research work as terminal requirements for graduation. The following I'll be stated are the implementing guidelines and procedures. First, we have research output. All research outputs shall be presented before a panel. Second, we have final evaluation. Only the official approved proposals problem shall be considered for final evaluation at the end of the terminal research course. Third, we have group research. Is allowed, however, individual research is encouraged. Recognition may be given to individual research depending on the scope of the research output. Fourth, we have minimum and maximum group for group research. A minimum of 3 and a maximum of 5 members shall be allowed. Fifth, we have institutional formats. The approved institutional format shall be used in any research work. And lastly, we have final grades. The final grades for the terminal research course shall be computed using the formula. 50% to be given by the faculty, advisor, and 50% coming from the panel's member. And all research outputs shall be submitted to the college president. And that would be all.
Now, moving on to the Mr. and Miss Kolehiyo ng Pantukan. Intramurals are the perfect opportunity to highlight friendship, sportsmanship, and talent, and the most highlighted activity in the Mr. and Miss Kolehiyo ng Pantukan. This pageant searches for a college student icon, focusing for key core components of a genuine KNPians personalities, and these are inner and outer beauty, physical stamina, human values, and intelligence. The candidates selected from the different cluster will be vying for the much coveted title. At the end of the competition, the winners of the pageant automatically serve as the ambassador of the school and other representations like promoting KNP not just within the municipality of Pantukan but also in its neighboring municipalities. As a privilege, the school offers privileges to pageant winners.
So, about my report is all about Code of Conduct Student Discipline. So, what is Code of Student and Discipline? So, student conduct codes are designed to ensure that students are not punished or singled out for any reason other than a violation of established rules. Then certain standards must be met for their own sake as well as the class. So, and discipline spell out the rules regarding learning behavior at school and describe the disciplinary system to implemented by the schools concerning transgenerations by the learners. In Kolehiyo ng Pantukan, which is KNP, nagbibigay sila ng Code of Conduct ng mga mag-aaral upang mapadali ang pangunahing pang-ugali sa kanilang pananatili sa paaralan upang malaman nila ang patakaran, tuntunin at relogasyon dito sa KNP para maiwasan ang maximum ang anumang paglapag ng mga violation. So, KNP must be number 1. Wear school prescribed uniform and pin or hang the school ID upon entry of the school and anywhere inside the campus every day. So we need to wear our uniform and ping or hang the school ID upon entering the school and anywhere into the campus. So if the ID is lost, transact or go to pumunta ka sa register para kukunan ka ng bago or paggawa ka ng bago para hindi magamit sa iba is that violation na kasi yan pag ginamit. Number 2, follow the academics policies set by the school authorities at all times. Mag-follow tayo sa mga academic policies na set sa school upang para malaman natin kung violation na ba ito. Number 3, use of bulletin board for posting of school announcement and notices which is responsibilidad natin basahin ang mga announcement na nagbibigay sa bulletin boards. Pero ang mapopost lang doon which is mga official lang use ng mga authorized. The college president is approved by the. Number 4, be responsible and accountable for taking good care of school facilitators and equipment. So, kailangan natin mag-iingat sa mga facilities sa school or equipments na hindi tayo makasira para hindi tayo maka-violation. Kung tayo mag-aaral, hindi tayo allowed para mag-use ng buildings or facilities without information from the guidance para if mag-use lang tayo nag-permitted tao permission na gamitin natin. 5. Be responsible for the behavior visitors, parents, relatives, friends. If mag-visit yung parents natin or friends or any relatives sa school natin, dapat mag-ask tayo ng permission from the college president para aware sila na sunod tayo ng ibang tao sa school. Pero bawal sila magtambay sa school except some cases or like may kailangan din sila sa atin. Dapat hindi sila anumang bagay na gawin nila, pero kung may reason na papunta sila doon, papasukin, pero kailangan natin ng permission talaga to entry bankos authorities by the school. If have activity with VIPs outside speakers, need appropriate clearance and approval by college president. B. All campus activities not shall beyond 10 p.m. Dapat wala ng student within 10 p.m. sa school. At that time, like maggabihan ka dun sa school within 10 p.m. is magkukuha ka ng waive upon approval. Number 7, seek from the college president as the case may be for activities. Number 8, seek membership of any activities at school, like mga frat nag-recruit sa mga estudyante para mag-join that group. Let us like kapalugin ka talaga i-report yan sa guidance. Kasi hindi lang gusto ng school na may ganyan sa KNP. Number 9, ensure physical health. Free talaga pagdating sa school na bawal talaga mag-smoke and bring liquor or drugs sa school, kasi if someone using that, i-report agad sa college president or guidance counselor.
Dropping, suspension, and expulsion. The Manual of Regulation for Private Schools specifies 3 areas of disciplinary administrative sanctions which shall be imposed upon erring students commensurate to the nature and gravity of the violation of school rules and regulations. They are as follows. First, dropping. A student be dropped from the school roll during the school year if he is considered undesirable. A student who is dropped shall be issued his transfer credential immediately. Next is suspension. A school may suspend an erring student during the school year or term for a maximum period not exceeding 20% of the prescribed school days. Suspension for the entire year or term needs the approval of the Commission on Higher Education. Expulsion. This debars shuts out the student from all public and private schools. the CHED approval is needed for the expulsion to be valid and effective. The importance of knowing the three areas of disciplinary administrative sanctions is to make the student be reminded that there are limitations. It is very important that the student must know the sanctions because this will be his or her guide in dealing with the study in order to finish their course with no derogatory records that will affect to them, especially to their future when someday they wanted to apply on their respective fields.
And now, let's proceed to the offenses of the Kolehiyo ng Mantukan. Number 1. Disobeying school regulations. Number 2. Disregard or repeated violation of school dress code. Number 3. Disturbing one's class or that of another. Dapat hindi tayo makadisturbo sa ibang klase. Number 4. Entering a class or breaking into a school function without the permission of the concerned. Yeah. Number 5. Littering. Number 6. Speaking profane and vulgar words. Bawal tayo magsalita ng masamang mga salita. Number 7. Smoking inside a campus. Bawal tayo managarilyo sa loob ng paaralan. Number 8. Spitting on the floor in the classroom or anywhere inside the campus or its premises. Number 9. Unauthorized selling or solicitation of funds for any purpose. Number 10. Unauthorized use of the school properties and facilities. Yeah, and facilities. Number 11. Acts of lewdness, commission of any act of immorality, or the display or distribution campus and its premises. Number 12. Wearing the school uniform inside the movie, disco, houses, drinking spots, nightclubs, and other night spots. Bawat dapat suotin yung uniform natin kung mag-inom tayo sa labas, ganyan. Number 13. Misconduct. Number 14. Entering a comfort room not of the person's gender. Okay, bawal tayo pumasok sa babaeng comfort room. Siya. Number 15. Unauthorized posting or display of announcement of or publication. Number 16. Dishonesty such as cheating during short and long examination. The following shall constitute cheating. A. Unauthorized possession of notes or any material related to examination. B. Deliberately looking at a neighbor's examination papers. Kahit igagaw mo pa yan, bawal kang tumingin sa kanyang mga sagot. Copying or allowing another to copy from one's examination paper. Having somebody else take the examination for himself. E. Electronic cheating. Use of cellphone and similar devices. Bawal kang gumamit ng cellphone kapag proceed ng examination. F. Dishonesty. Uttering falsehood, bearing false witness or statement. Number 17. Going out during examination. Yeah, bawal tayong lumabas during examination. So, this could continue by General Escramado.
These are the other kinds of offenses. Gross acts of disrespect in words or in deeds which tend to put any member of the faculty, administration, or non-teaching staff in ridicule or contempt. Insubordination to person in authority, vandalism, or any act using damage to school properties such as writing walls or blackboards, engraving on walls or chairs, breaking wooden or glass boards or notices, writing and destroying comfort room. Acts of sexual immorality such as prostitution, premarital pregnancy, concubinage, adultery, abortion, and incest. Carrying deadly weapons within the campus in its premises. Commission of a minor offense for a time. gambling in any form within the campus in its premises, serious misconduct, hooliganism or juvenile delinquency, refusal to appear before faculty members and school authorities when summoned for investigation or injury, unauthorized, possessive and or drinking or alcoholic beverage within the school premises or being in the state of intoxication, unauthorized presentation of KNP, forging or falsifying and or tempering the academic or official documents of any kind of intentionally making false statements of any materials fact or practicing, attempting to practice and any deception or fraud in connection with his admission to or graduation from the institute, going on authorized field trip or outing, acts of drinking the name of institute into disrepute, such as public malicious imputation of a crime or vice or this defect, real or imaginary, or any act or concubination bringing dishonor, discredit, or contempt to the name of the institute. And that's all